Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. While you guys are coming in, oh my gosh, it has been such a day for my team and I. I did a photo shoot earlier today, hence the look, right? The look, a little bit. And, it's just been such a day. So, welcome. This is our very first Monday makeover. I'm so excited that you guys are tuning in because you get to see in real time what our publicity makeovers look like, and you can also apply for your makeover too. The link is in my bio. So let's go ahead and bring our first person up. But before we do that, just to give you guys a little taste of what this looks like, I want you to grab your pens, grab your paper. Hopefully you have a notebook because we're going to dive into the business of a fellow entrepreneur and someone that is looking to get publicity, looking to get more visibility, awareness, and insight for their brand and for their businesses. And so let me see if I can loop her in. 1 second. And so, yeah, I'm super, super excited. So let us know how you guys enjoy this makeover because it's something that I plan on doing each and every Monday. So welcome, Carlisha.
Hey, how are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. This is my first time on Instagram Live, so
Oh my
I
goodness.
don't know what I'm doing.
Well, yes. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And thank you for being brave and taking a leap of faith and going live. So tell everyone who you are, what business you have, and what you're looking to get publicity for.
My name is Carlisha Sloan. I am an author and writer, and I guess I really need help on my brand for as an author. I also have like this side business that I kind of started to help people design and format their books. I'm just getting started. It's a small operation, very small operation. But I definitely need help with just figuring it all out. It seems such a like branding seems such like a huge complicated thing that I cannot figure out as an author, as just an entrepreneur, period,
Yeah,
so.
absolutely. And again, thank you for being so transparent and forthcoming when it comes to that. And I see that we have some writers also that's in the audience.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely this is going to be helpful as we navigate through this process. So one of the first things that I heard you say is that branding just seems like a lot, Lindsay. I don't know where to start. So let's talk about that, okay? Because a lot of times what I've realized by working with a plethora of brand owners and businesses is it's not that you don't have the pieces, it's just that you don't know how to put them together. So that's what we're going to do right now in about 20 to 30 minutes, okay? All right. So the first thing that I am going to say is I want you to think about who you serve as an author and who you are going to serve as it relates to helping people package their own books and get them published. So who's your target audience?
Um, for my business, my little small business, or as an author? I
Yeah,
guess it'll be this.
as an author.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
as an author. So my book, The Architect and Her Blueprints, it is targeted towards wives and moms, Christian wives and moms who are looking to enhance their family life, enhance their home culture.
Okay.
And
And
I'm not sure, but
so when you say enhance their home culture, because I feel like there's a lot that we could just kind of guess in that. Like what exactly, if you could elaborate, what do you mean when you say advancing their home culture?
so I mean to kind of just get back to the basics, I guess, as a wife and a mom. I feel like sometimes we not necessarily forget how important our family is, but I feel like how do I say? I feel like because of so many distractions, we forget how important it is to be first a wise woman, a wise mom, a wise wife, and then to really put in the time and the effort to build a home that is sound, that is Christ-like. So I talk a lot about being, again, a wise woman, and what does that mean biblically? And why is it important for you to be a wise woman in order for you to even grow and help your household? To strengthen it, to have those connections in your family, remembering to have patience and love, and again, those important things that really establish a home. And hopefully I'm answering your question.
Yeah, that was good.
And just go back to traditions and how important it is to have traditions and celebrations, again, within your home. It's great to be out and doing great things as entrepreneurs and business women, but I just want to help women to just remember their homes and to strengthen their home life, I guess.
Got it. Okay.
My child is up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
You hear him?
I can't actually. No worries.
Oh, okay.
And so with that being said, like, what is the big reason why you decided to write that book and about that particular topic?
So the book is actually a sermon that I did for Mother's Day. It's my first Mother's Day speaking. And so it was really to encourage the women in my church, again, to get back into their homes, to look in their homes and see, there's a place for me still here,
Okay.
I think sometimes, again, we like to, I want to do this and that and this, and then we kind of forget. Of course, you have your kids and your husband and stuff, and they're over here doing their own thing, but to come back as a family, and to strengthen those connections. So that's what really compelled me. It was a sermon for my own church, the women in my church.
Got it. Okay.
And to encourage them. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what I'm hearing, and the reason why I asked you guys why I asked you this question, and hopefully you guys are taking notes, is because before you can really start to get the visibility, before you can start to get the features, before you can start to get all these things, you have to know the basics of why you are in the space that you're in. You have to know what it is about your book, what it is about your brand, what it is about your business that is going to be able to capture people's attention. What is it about your story or how it is that you serve in the marketplace? So now that you're clear on that, now we're able to say, okay, well, I know that you've written this book about moms, and to me, what I'm hearing is bringing empowerment and motherhood back into the forefront. So that could even be one of the headlines, one of the angles that you go through, that you curate in order to get the media attention that you're looking for. One of the other things that I always suggest, if you are an author, and I don't care how long your book has been out, right? Anytime that you have 1 chapter, 2 chapters, 6, 7, 12, 15, however many. Each one of those chapters are talking points. So what I would suggest for you, take a look at your chapters. What are some of the what's some of the titles of those chapters? What do you have inside of those chapters? How is your book, formatted? Is it like a conversational piece? Because as an author, what you can do is 2 things. Number 1, you can always tell your personal story. And then number 2, you can share the book synopsis as a way to get publicity. So you can say, hey, I wrote this book. Here's the synopsis. Oh, by the way, I would love to do a contributing piece, which is basically where you would write an article. It could be for like a charisma or Christianity Today, especially since that's your target market. So yes, I love that. Tracy said, I started to do chapter spotlights like you suggested. Yeah, because that's one of the things I always say, like, don't be afraid to utilize what you have and repurpose it. That doesn't mean taking each chapter verbatim. verbatim, but it means taking a look at what you have, making those 3 standout chapters your talking points, and then being able to get publicity from there. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. And I think that's why I'm always like, I don't want to give people my book, for free, and that's what I'm always like scared of to give. I'm like, hey, here's my book, put it in your article, put it in your book, and so that was always like a fear of, not a fear of mine, that's the wrong word, but, always a caution for me to, of how I actually go about that. So
the thing about that is, if someone like a today.com says, hey, we want to feature your book, send it to us for review, send it to them for review. Like,
oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you have to be selective, because that's one thing that we work with our clients through, is being selective in terms of, okay, is this particular review, if we send you this product or if we send you this book, how is it going to help the advancement or the opportunities for our clients in a greater way, right? So I love that you're already thinking about that.
Yeah.
And one of the other things as well, I was just doing an interview with a podcast the other day, is that you always, always, always want to combine your social media with your messaging and publicity. So that could look like anything from, Women's History Month is coming up in March, right? Since
Yes.
book is mainly centered around women and being wives and being mothers, you could create a campaign that could highlight, one mother a week, or 2 mothers every other week, and say, hey, this is a part, we wanted to highlight this person because we see you as an awesome mom. It could be a celebrity, it could be someone that it could be, you start a whole campaign around it, and then say, oh, by the way, this is one of the topics that we talk about in our book. And each feature could be a caption that way. So yeah.
That's a good point. I love that idea, actually. That's like, see, I was not even thinking like that. That's such a, I love that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. So I'll pause right here. Do you have any questions for me?
Okay, so I thought branding was like colors. I knew it had something to do with a message, but I've always like associated with like colors and graphic design and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm just thankful because like you're giving me so many bits and pieces about like what to share, your brand message. And I'm excited. So I don't have a question, but I just wanted to say that. But yeah, that was really.
Yeah, and you bring up a really good point. So we handle publicity from, marketing from a publicity standpoint. Branding does have to do with like your colors and your color palette and, face of it. But what I do specifically is handle more so of like, what's the message that you're sending out into the world as people think about your brand? Because yes, it can be recognized from its color, but if no one recognizes it for its messaging, then what good are the colors, right?
Yeah. How would you go about, even like if I wanted to write to Charisma, like on my own, what would be something that I would say to introduce myself? I think that's like, I feel like that's kind of intimidating. It's like, oh my gosh, I'm writing to this magazine. I wouldn't know what to say, Of course, it'll be like, I have this, this, and that, but I won't know where to start, I guess.
Yeah. So one of the things that I always suggest is that you first, you want to make sure that you're researching who the correct person is to reach out to, right? And then, and then after that, you can just send them a short a short introduction email like, hi, my name is Kalisha. I am an author of this book. I just want to introduce myself to you because I know that you have written articles with other authors and this is what I cover. And so, just introduce yourself in that manner and then go from there. If they would like to, speak to you or interview you, then they'll take it from there. Does that?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It does. I guess I've always just been very intimidated. Like, oh my gosh, you're gonna go to this big magazine, and and I'm like, who am I, kind
Yeah.
of thing. So I guess that's helpful. So I definitely have. I got a bunch of notes to kind of write what you say.
Awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited. And definitely,
Thank
guys
you.
are just now tuning in. Welcome. We are doing our very first Monday makeover. And what happens inside of these makeovers is that you will have an opportunity to ask me a question to get insight for your brand and for your business. The way that you do that is you can click the link that is in my Instagram bio and you can apply for your free publicity makeover. If you would, love to learn more, you can definitely click the link in my bio to apply for your makeover. Also, if you are interested in taking this work with me further, you can click the become a client link inside of my bio. You fill out your application and my team and I will get back with you if you are a good fit for either one-on-one services with me, our group coaching program, and or another opportunity with us. So make sure that you click the link in my bio. And also, I'm just gonna test something out. I don't know if you guys can see at the bottom. Can y'all see like where it says buy a badge? Is that by you guys or not?
I saw that when I first came in.
Okay. So I'm just testing it out because y'all know I just got my Instagram page back after being on hiatus for like 3 weeks. I was sick about it. So if you want to support, definitely you can feel free to buy a badge. But honestly, just clicking the link for you to apply for the makeover and or booking a call with me would be awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. I just want to share that really, really quickly. And yes, Carlisha, again, thank you so very much for just being honest and being open, being transparent, being willing to get coached right here inside of the Instagram publicity makeover. You guys can also check out our Facebook group, which will be doing pop-up lives and things of this nature. We are in the middle of like a huge rebrand. I'm so excited about it. So definitely make sure that you guys stay tuned. But yes, so Carlisha, homework. I want you to identify where you want to be featured and who the writers are. Okay, identify where you want to be featured, who the writers are, and you can just shoot me a DM when you got it done or email me because I want to make sure that you at least are on the right track. And again, you guys can feel free to click the link in my bio to become a client and or apply for your very own makeover. But do you have any other questions for me?
No, I'm excited. I mean, you gave me homework.
Yes.
That's all about that follow through.
Yes, it is. It is definitely all about the follow through. It's one of the things that we teach inside of our group coaching program, Positional Pivot, and also something that we just work with our clients who are represented by us to really, really hone in on the story, the messaging, and then the people. So I'm super, super excited for you.
Yes, thank you so much. This has I feel like there's like a whole turnaround because just what you have given me in what, 15 to 20 minutes
Yes,
is like a completely different. I'm like, oh, all these ideas are just coming. So thank you so very much. This was awesome.
absolutely. Absolutely. You are more than welcome. And does anyone watching us have a question for me before we wrap this on up? Any questions? Ask now or forever hold your peace. Any questions about how you can get publicity for your brand and for your business while we are still on. If not, you guys can definitely always feel free to connect with me via DM. I'll give y'all a second to ask your question just in case things are moving kind of slow on my end. Hey, Ariel. Hey, Tracy. Let me just speak to my folks real quick. Hey, Isabel. Hey, Dee. Hey, Desiree. Hey, Lourdes. Hey, Brittany. Hey, you guys. How to brand with reels to drive to your links. So I will answer that question, but the disclaimer is that I am not a social media person. I am a publicist, but I would say, try to make each real relevant to what it is that you're doing. So like if you look at my last couple of reels, especially the one where I did with like the hey grandma thing, of course that had nothing to do directly with my business, but I made it about my business by my caption and the title. So you always want to give a call to action. You always want to tell people to follow you. You want to give them something to do inside of your reels. Tips on writing a bio on Instagram. Again, I'm not a social media person. I am a publicist, but from what I do know, you want to make sure in that headline, like if you look at mine, it says publicist Lindsay Walker in bold, because you want your title to be the automatic keyword that people see in your bio. So just start there, and definitely you can check out some other tips and tricks on Google. Again, I'm just giving you what is working for us because I'm not a social media guru. Okay, but hopefully that helped. Any other questions? And I would definitely, there are some Reels challenges that you guys can join to make sure that you're staying consistent within your Reels. Now, yes, that is a question that I can answer. How far out should we plan our launch for our book? So I always tell my clients, you need to give yourself a 3 to 6 month window, a 3 to 6 month window for proper promotion. Why? Because just like Carlisha and I decided that perhaps she's going to do her campaign, right, for Women's History Month, she can be pitching that right now to various articles because they're already working on that content. The media always works 3 to 6 months ahead. So if you think that you're going to come out with a product and or a service, if you got done with it yesterday, you want to come out and launch tomorrow, that's not smart, because you want to give people time to get familiar with your products, your services, and your story. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. I'll take one more.
Me too. Thank you.
Absolutely. I'll take one more question. All right. Y'all good?
Go back in there. Close your door.
All right. Well, this has been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm super, super excited. We will be back on next Monday, and I will see you guys again. If you want to be featured, you just click the link in my bio, fill out the application, make sure you are following me on Instagram, and my team and I will send you details. And again, if you want to book a one-on-one call with me where we are able to see if you are a good fit for us to work together, definitely make sure that you click the Become a Client link in my bio. So 2 main links for you to pay attention to. 1, become a client. 2, apply for your very own free makeover. And with that being said, I will see you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.